What's up, every pony? I'm the BurningSkyCloud, and welcome back to Legends of Equestria. Today I'm here with Violers. Say hi, Violers. Hi! uh, Today's episode, though, it's gonna be a little different from the normal episodes that I usually put out. Uh, for everyone who's been playing Legends of Equestria for the last 12 years, you all know what's going on. And for those who have been merely watching the videos, not knowing, allow me to explain a little. So, um, to put it simply, the team of Legends of Equestria will be closing their Europe server in just a few days at the end of this month. This video is going to be posted up a little earlier than Tuesday. It's going to come out as soon as it can, but I'm hoping it's going to be tomorrow if I can get it. If not, then definitely Sunday. So if by Sunday, then that gives it only 2 more days for the Europe server. But anyway, the reason that the team is closing down that server is to try and save the funding of this game. The game itself is not going to go away immediately. They're going to try to keep the Americas server alive and well for as long as they can, but because they don't accept any kind of donation or charity of any kind, you know, that, there's no telling what's going to become of this game in the future. So I kind of just wanted to take a minute. Vilas, would you mind if I left? Because this is kind of my thing that I wanted to get off my chest. Mm-hmm. Sure thing, big bro. So, yes. What was I talking about? I'm just here to, revisit and reflect on a lot of things that, well, pretty much everything that I've experienced in my time on LOE. I even wrote down a little something that will definitely probably be said in Nova's video, but I'm gonna say it here, or shoot, was I not supposed to say that? Ah, well, it doesn't matter. It's gonna come out either way. But if y'all give me a minute to pull it up, I can actually read what I wrote. And in the meantime, you all get to enjoy just a little bit of the sights. Time to fly. So, as it goes, I don't remember exactly how I found Legends of Equestria, but it was a super long time ago. Way back in the early days when they opened up for the beta release. Back then, I was on a completely different laptop that compared to the laptop I'm on now. I would only get like maybe a few minutes at a time to be on the game before the laptop itself shut down due to overheating. But it was pretty fun. Ponydale was pretty much the one and only place that I spent most of my time because every pony was on this game. And it was... Man, those memories are coming back to me now. I'm not one to usually go off script. Well, technically this is kind of scripted, kind of not at the same time, but this is the exact... No, wait, it was Cloudsdale. Cloudsdale was the place that I came out at. I think it was Cloudsdale, Cantermore, Ponydale, and I think maybe the Heartlands were around at that time. So, you know, I created my character here. Well, not here in Ponydale, but like in the main menu, and you're creating your custom OC. And then I just made a travel here, and let's see. I mostly just hung out around here on the outside for the most part. I remember a time when the mods would just spawn in dragons at random for every pony to fight, and I remember I was standing right here or somewhere in the vicinity, and back then I didn't know I could actually screenshot on the computer, so I would actually take my phone and just take a picture, and I never. Those pictures, unfortunately, they're long gone. Like, they've been lost on an old external I had that died on me, unfortunately. But it was pretty funny because I sat here and I typed, a dragon or something, and that became kind of like a running gag. So, for the future, whenever like an event ended, like the summer games, the winter games, or the air show, and the mods would spawn in the dragons, I'd be one to try and avoid the dragons just to survive. But every single time, those dragons got me before I even realized what was happening. But this year, I managed to survive. Oh, yay! I'm so happy. I got to survive a dragon attack at least once in my life. I also do remember there were a bunch of Twilight OCs running around here. They had like a bunch of books stacked on their heads, kind of acting like a horn. I think they were called Bookacorns or something. That's pretty funny. And back then I made a little home abode for my character right here in this very tree. Let's see, it was right here. This was my very first place to just sit and hang and chill out. Up until I made the Cantermore Mountains my home. Mostly because I love the sound of that waterfall. I do. I don't know what it is, but it's like my ASMR? Yeah, ASMR. As you've seen in one of my previous videos, 10 whole minutes of just ASMR, relaxing sound of waterfall. And I swear to you, I've fallen asleep a few times just listening to that waterfall. Good God, I love that place. I would have built, I had the idea of like having an actual house built inside the mountain with a nice little area where I could, on the inside, where I could go and just listen to that waterfall. That would be like my bedroom. But yeah, this is where I mostly hung out when I just wanted my space. And other times I would actually be right in here in the SEC, just chilling, listening to music, and I didn't play all that much, especially 2 years later when the game was fully released. Let me read here. I think it was maybe June or July that I came to discover that the game was actually out for good, to be played. Normally I would just pop on, I would roam around Ponydale, Cantermore, the Cloudsdale, and other times I would be right here in the SEC, just hanging out, and eventually I started recognizing ponies here and there. Like, there was Autumn Dawn, who always just chilled out on that shelf. Actually, no, let me go in. Let me go in. Time to revisit some old memories. Babseed, what we gonna do? But yeah, I remember Autumn Dawn would just be chilling right here on the shelf. Not like that, but like this. Or no, it was sitting, right? Because back then, I think early release didn't have like a lay... No, it did have a lay down option. Did it? Because I know they didn't bring in the sleep option. I know they didn't bring in the sleep emote until much later. But this would be, you know, this. Darn it! I'm not trying to hit the map. All right, this. Get readjusted. So this. Come on. What are you doing? So yeah, this is. I didn't want to. This is where I would usually come to just chill out, dance, look around, and re-chat about what's going on. And yeah, they didn't have that disco ball back then. Oh, you know what? I remember there was an update where they where one of the tables got overturned. That was great. But stop dancing. So yeah, I wouldn't play like all the time. Get out. Maybe every few days or so, I would just pop on, say hi, see what's been going on. No, I usually just kept to myself. And yeah, I would actually say hi to ponies here and there. But you know me, I've been shy, so I didn't really start much conversations. I'd be, you know, just the normal hi, how you been, how's your day going, stuff like that. But around the very end of August 28th to be precise, I remember that date so great because I came out of the SEC. And, you know, I just began walking around at random. I don't exactly know where I was, but according to a certain somebody, wink, wink. See, I think, if I recall, I was maybe right around here, I think, if memory serves correctly. Back then, you know, I didn't have OBS, I didn't know how it would have worked, but I was pretty much right here when a certain white alicorn popped out and saw me, and she's like, "Ooh, Pegasus! Need to ask him if he wants to join." Darn you, server, don't you dare restore it. I'm in the middle of something here. But she came out and she asked if I wanted to partake in an upcoming air show that was going to happen in 2 weeks. And naturally, I'm like, you know what? Why not? Sure, sounds like fun. So she sent me the link to a Discord server that brought me into the Cloudsdale team. And I gotta say, I don't regret that one little bit. You know why? Because it's been the best adventure of a lifetime that I would never ever choose to get rid of. And because of that one decision, because I said yes, I made so many wonderful friends that I have full trust in. Of course, back then, you know, me being the shy kind of person that I was, you know, I wanted to do my part right with the air show and not mess it up. This takes me back so much because it was right here on this roof that the air show, my very first air show began, and it was like the best moment of my life. I actually don't remember how it went. I wish I knew how to record OBS back then like I do now, but huh. I'd have to go back and rewatch the video to see how it went. But I remember I was on one of these two roofs right here, and this is where I got messed up because I was replying to a certain pony who, I guess, who's obviously branched off to do his own thing. And because I replied, I messed up. I completely lost track of where I was with my part and screwed the air show up. And ooh, boy, that bothered me a lot. That I felt terrible about that because it's like my very first air show. Didn't want to screw it up, but I did anyway. And you all know how that goes when you want to do something right. When you want to make the first right impression, and you go and screw it up. But you know, over time, you know, it just became a thing of the past. Nowadays, I guess you could just say it's laughable. Like, oh, like it's cringe, but it's laughable. Like, oh no, Sky, what are you doing? Yeah. And I actually remember the pony who it was that I was trying to reply to. If you, well, for those who know, Grassy, small little green foal Pegasus. I wonder how he's been lately. I also remember Third was in here, Marshmallow Cactus. That's right, he was part of this, and we even had a unicorn firework team. Of course, back then fireworks didn't exist. Anyway, back to the whole story thing. Not long after the events of the first year anniversary air show, that white alicorn, wink wink Nova, don't you dare disconnect me. Oh well, I guess Violence is out now. Hold on, having technical difficulties. Okay, I'm back. The heck happened there? Like, the whole game just froze on me, so I had to X out and come back. But anyway, as I was saying, not long after the first year anniversary, that same white alicorn, wink wink, we all know who that white alicorn is. She's got her own server, she's a phantom thief, and all that. She's like, Sky, join VC. So I took a chance, put on my headphones, hopped in VC, and before long she became my very first best friend. Like I know I tell the story time and again, but it's a memory that I really cherish. It's because of her that I've come to know so many others. You know, like Sunny Skies, Mike, Rosie, and Maisie Maze, and Empress Lashina. Not only that, it's because of her that I've become the kind of pony I am today. And honestly, I can never thank her enough for that. there are just no words I can say how much she's changed my life and what a joy it's been thus far, just on this grandiose adventure. Is that how you pronounce it? Grandiose, whatever. But I wouldn't trade any of this, not for anything. Because if there's one thing I cherish the most in this world, it's the memories that I make with my friends. Anywho, back to sharing my experience and overall thoughts towards the game. Being a part of every event, whether it was the Winter Summer Games, or any particular air show, or the gala, or any other event that was going on here, I personally wanted to be a part of it. Because I didn't like the idea of having to miss out on something. Especially when it came to wanting to spend time with my friends. Of course, the downside, the one issue with that is that it helped me realize that whenever I got called away to do something, especially right before the event started, that would affect me very negative. Yeah, it would affect my mental state of mind very negatively. I don't want to go into any kind of detail about how I reacted, but I want to say that I understand that this is just a game, but it's a game that means a lot to me, a lot to so many people who have played this game for so long. Let's see. Forgive me, I'm not good at coming up with words so easily on the spot. I guess the best example of missing out on an event would be the 2019 Summer Games. That was a very bad week. Because the very first day that the Summer Games occurred, I had to miss that. Because where I was living back then, they shut the power off for the entire day. I was just really hoping that they would turn it back on in time for me to actually partake in it, but that power did not come back on until like 11, 12 at night. So I pretty much missed out on that. And then the following day, I got called out somewhere else right as the second day of the events were started. And again, that affected me very negatively, mentally. But I never let that show in the real world. You know, like, I didn't throw no tempers, I let all that get sorted out inward. And then by the time the final day of the games was happening, you know, I was actually free that day, but at that point, I just didn't feel like joining because I already missed out on the majority of the games. it honestly meant a lot to me to be in that game, in the summer games, which brings me back to what I previously said about me always wanting to be in every event because I didn't like the idea of missing out. But rest assured you, not once have I ever partook in a summer game. Don't believe me? You can go check out some of my previous videos where I'm watching the summer games, not partaking in it, but watching. And you can even see in Nova's videos that there has not been a single summer game event I have been in. But you know what? It's okay. That was that was the old me. This is the new me. At some point, I did take a break at some point, and I think that really helped me in the long run because nowadays it's just like, you know what? If I miss an event, no big deal. There's always going to be another event that happens. But you know what? Thinking about it, LOE is more than just being in events. It's about just spending your time with friends, doing something crazy fun. Even if you miss an event, find something else to do on LOE that can be fun with your friends. Just like, be silly, be goofy. Make memories that will make everybody laugh and last a lifetime. don't be an old me where I'm like, oh, I missed an event. I'm gonna brood for weeks. I think what did cause me to take a break was when I had to miss out on the 2021 Gala Air Show, which, again, was just about to happen when I had to be called away for a particular reason, and that took me over an hour just to get back. But by the time that I did, Air Show was done, everyone was in the gala, and I just didn't bother joining again. But one thing I can really appreciate is how much, not just me, but how a lot of people grow over the course of time. Because it really shows what kind of person you want to be for your friends. Now, I have heard a lot about what's been going on in both the winter and the summer games, which I think me watching is better than partaking, because knowing me, I can get kind of competitive at times, if I'm playing against other people. I mean, it's no fault of my own, but it's a natural reaction for people, for ponies to get competitive with one another. Because they all want to be winners, but you know what? Try not to think of the games as winning, because at the end of the day, everybody's a winner. What matters most about these games is being able to have fun. But I can also understand that everybody wants to try their hardest to try and be at the #1 spot. I'm not gonna go into any details about what I heard about the games. That's a whole separate thing by itself. I don't want anything negative. Alright, I'm shaking off the negativity of what I recently talked about, my mental state of health and all that. Anyway, okay, I should be moving around. I'm sorry to get a little personal there. I mean, honestly, though, it's because of all that happened in the past that, after, when I did want to start getting back into it, there really isn't a whole lot to LOE to do. As far as I know, the only things that occur on a weekly basis are the Sweet and Elite role plays and the hide and seek. Beyond that, though, there's really nothing else. I mean, there have been some ideas running through my head that I possibly wanted to get done, but the motivation, on the other hand, that's another story. Uh, Sorry for rambling for so long, though. I guess there are some things I'm just not good at multitasking. It's trying to move around, talk, and think about what I want to say. But overall, deep down, there is still a love for this game. Things are just different now, though, and provided that LOE still stands for years to come, I wouldn't know what direction I would not know what direction I would want to take with these ideas in my head. Legends of Equestria does still have meaning to me. Even though the European, what is it called? The Europeana? I just call it the Europe server. Yeah, even though the Europe server is going to be shutting down soon. But LOE is a game where a lot of memories lie. And it's a game where so many memories can be made. Even though, of course, that's long been since expanded, as you've seen in previous games such as Phasmophobia, VR Chat, Tower Unite. And the reason it's such a cherished game is because of the fact that it's brought so many ponies together from across the world. Ponies have made friends here that they trust and hang out with, and that they just love unconditionally. Just like how it's done for me. I think one thing I'm really going to miss about LOE, if it ever does end up shutting down, are the birthday adventures. You can see them in Nova's channels, where she got me and a few others to dress up as different characters for each particular friend of hers' birthday, including yours truly. That was a lot of that was a lot of fun to do, and I really hope that me planning out her birthdays meant a lot, and I'm sure it did to her. So Nova, if you're watching, I really hope that I really hope that Ponies here touched up on your life, which I'm sure it did. God, I feel so corny saying this. But I hope every friendship made on this game can last a lifetime beyond even this life. What am I doing? So, yes, that was my thoughts, feelings, and experience on LOE, Legends of Equestria. I really love this game. Because if I didn't love it, then I wouldn't have continued. And there have been times where I didn't want to come back, but I made myself. Because of my friends. Even if LOE someday closes down, you know, that doesn't mean friendships have to end. It just means you can find some place else to make a home, to cherish and make new memories. Surprisingly enough, on VR chat there is a Ponydell world. I visited there, so if anything, ponies can at least go there to make it feel like it's home. I mean, it may not be the actual home, but it's still a replica of home, of Legends of Equestria. So don't fret. And you know what? That would be kind of cool. Like, RPs can still be had over at Ponydell, and hide and seek can still be done at Ponydell in VR chat. That would be that would be an interesting idea. But anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough about how I feel about Legends of Equestria, and how I feel about my friends. I'm so happy to be a part of their lives. And I really look forward to what memories we can make together and the adventures we can have. So I should have gone to Cantonmere. I guess I'm gonna close this video off here. I just want to ramble on a little more just until I get to my home. Because if LOE does shut down someday, you know, I want to at least be at the Cantonmere Mountains where I made my home. Officially. And it would give everybody a little more insight of, well, not insight, it would give everyone a little bit more time to see the view from above as I fly. Also, I'm gonna try to get to level 50, but I'm definitely gonna need a lot of help, because grinding by yourself, that's very tedious. It can get boring very fast. I don't know why I spent so much time trying to keep both the combat and the wing power at the same level. I mean, if I focused just on combat alone, I could have probably been in the 40s by now. But it is what it is. You know, I really hope to get to level 50. If the game ever does end up closing down. Where did I usually go? It was right here, right? Yep. Right here. Maybe it was over here. No, it was definitely over there. This is a lot closer to the waterfall. But anyway, thank you everybody for spending some time listening to how I feel and my experiences, my thoughts, and all that. I'm starting to feel a little sappy here. This is truly a remarkable game. I mean, granted, I wish there was more to be added to LOE, but I'm just one in a million people who wish that same thought. Anywho, I hope Legends of Equestria still stays. There's no telling how long it might help. But don't let that thought discourage anybody. Because at least now you know that there is at least one place in VR chat that is pretty much a replica of Ponytail. Granted, you can't go inside the mine caves or any of the buildings, so you're pretty much stuck on the outside. Food for thought there. But if how do I end this video? Darn, I do not know. I usually say my usual outro, but this time it's like I guess if you want to show your support to Legends of Equestria, please like, comment, and share every video from every YouTuber who's posted videos over the years. I guess find inspiration to band together, maybe make something similar to the game. I don't know. I'm just talking outwards here. And don't forget to subscribe, because every video posted is a memory that can be cherished and enjoyed time and again. And it might just cheer you up a little on days when you're feeling down. On that note, I will catch you all later. Ryler says bye, by the way.